Live from the Matthews Brothers Studios.
844-500-4242. That's the toll-free number of the Howie Carr Show. It's that time of the week. It's the third hour, at the bottom of the hour on Friday afternoon. You know what that means.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action.
Police Blotter Facts Friday. Every week at this time, we read you the funniest police stories of the week that come across the transom to us. You can send your funny items or stories from your local daily or weekly paper or the internet increasingly to grace@howiecarrshow.com, grace@howiecarrshow.com, or you can still fax them to us at 857-284-8864, 857-284-8864. They can come from the police log or the police blotter, which the police departments themselves write oftentimes for the weekly local newspapers, or they could just come from anywhere. And at this time, each Friday, we read the best entries of the week, and the two best entries of the week get a nice prize. Grace is off today, so Taylor will be filling in, reading the stories. What do the winners receive this week, Taylor?
They'll get a copy of your book, Howie, What Really Happened, How Donald Trump Saved the Election from Hillary Clinton.
All right.
Are you ready for some stories?
I'm ready for some runners-up. We'll have the winners in a little while, but these are the runners-up. These don't win what really happened.
But they win our respect. Man with Florida tattoo on face calls 911 for ride home. This is a quintessential Florida man story. A man with a Florida tattoo. He had the shape of the state of Florida tattooed between his eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice job of tattooing, if you want it, because the peninsula came right down onto the bridge of his nose.
Yep, and the panhandle was on his forehead. He's been arrested for calling 911 twice to get a ride home. Matthew Leatham, 22 years old, dialed 911 to request a ride home after 4 a.m. in the Newport Richey suburb of Tampa.
He was drunk, okay? Did you want him to drive his own car and kill somebody?
He's a good boy, a very good boy.
He was not drunk. Pasco County deputy found Leatham and offered him to call a cab, but said he didn't have any money. Leatham then began walking in the direction he lives and again called 911 for a ride. Officer caught up to him again and arrested him as he was on the line. Authorities say the officer searched Leatham and found marijuana.
Yeah, I dare say very few people smoke marijuana, Taylor, in case you didn't know that.
I know that, not from experience.
You read that somewhere.
Yeah. Texas Department apologizes for Chucky Amber Alert. An Amber Alert sent to Texans last week warned that a child had been abducted by Chucky, a 28-year-old male with a red or auburn hair and blue eyes who stands 3 feet 1 inch tall. His race was given as, quote, other doll. Are you familiar with Chucky, Howie?
It's some horror movie, right?
Correct. The alert, which was sent by email on Friday, warned of a 16-pound suspect wearing blue denim overalls and wielding a huge kitchen knife. It included an image of Chucky, the killer doll introduced in the 1988 slasher Child's Play. The Texas Department of Public Safety has since apologized, saying in a statement that the alert was sent as result of a test malfunction.
This sounds
what that means is some wise guy thought it would be funny to press the big red button on that alert,
right?
No, he wasn't supposed to.
That's the kind of clownish incompetence you generally associate with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts rather than the Lone Star State of Texas.
I covered a story. I couldn't find it. I tried looking for it, but I covered a story where that happened in New Bedford a few years ago. I think it was the police that sent out a fake alert. Woman charged with leading Rhode Island police on a low-speed chase in a stolen Boston Fire Department pickup truck. This happened yesterday, right?
Yes.
A Quincy woman allegedly stole a Boston Fire Department pickup truck from the Moon Island Fire Academy yesterday and then drove it some 60 miles into Rhode Island, where she led police on a low-speed chase.
You mean nobody in
being
Massachusetts noticed that the truck was stolen? She had to cross the border to get the attention of the local constabulary?
I'm not sure anybody was around at the time. It was 6:38 p.m. It was a training academy, so you'd imagine Thursday after 5, 6 o'clock, not too many people are hanging around. Motorists alerted police in Coventry about the red and white pickup truck traveling on Route 3 on one of the vehicle's rims. When Coventry police tried to pull the pickup truck over, the driver continued to drive the truck at a low rate of speed into the town of Warwick and through several neighboring communities before it came to a stop in the town of East Greenwich.
You ever notice how many stolen cars end up running on the rims of the wheels? Why do the tires always go flat on a stolen vehicle?
Yeah, she must have been going pretty fast first to wear out one of those tires and blow it out before she started driving slowly. The driver, Alina Dunham, 20 years old, of Quincy, was taken into custody, faces a number of charges. The pickup truck was allegedly stolen from the firefighting academy in Quincy Thursday. Police said alcohol did not appear to be involved in the incident.
I'm not buying any of this stuff. 617 just texted me, just called the Massachusetts COVID call center. Closed. Call Monday. Unless, of course, there's a snow day, which is very likely.
Aren't all these people working from home? This call center?
I don't know. I don't know. This rollout is a total disaster in every blue state, and that's certainly Massachusetts.
I would imagine they're working from home because the indoor regulations on gatherings is 10 people. I think a call center, you'd have to have more than 10 people staffing it, right?
But you could have 25 people outdoors if you want to get together in a snowstorm.
Do they have outdoor seating at one of these restaurants in the North End?
It's the part of the Street Smart initiative. It's so much fun to be out and having a meal outside when there's a blizzard going on.
By the way, Police Blotter Facts Friday is brought to you, as it is every Friday, by Pianadosi Baking Company, celebrating over 100 years in baking excellence since 1916. And if you're, preparing some appetizers for some sort of peaceful protest on Sunday at your home between the hours of 6 and 11 p.m., you might want to pick up some Pianadosi bread, some rolls or whatever, make some nice finger sandwiches, whatever. Police say a suspect intentionally crashed into Attleboro store, drove around inside. We got a lot of local stories this week. Police say a man smashed a car into the Hobby Lobby in South Attleboro. Was this
a political hate crime? The Hobby Lobby? I mean, isn't that
sure sounds like it?
But I mean, the guy, you wouldn't think that someone who's that crazy would even know the background of the Hobby Lobby.
Police say a man smashed a car into the Hobby Lobby, knocked over displays as he drove around inside, then fled the scene only to be stopped by officers about a mile away. The suspect, identified as Rick Woodruff, 36, who's from Somerville, but has no permanent address, allegedly this is a Bernie bro, allegedly drove intentionally into the Bristol Plaza store just before 5 a.m. His occupation was listed as couch surfer. A stunned worker who was spreading salt saw the car spinning around in the center of the parking lot before it accelerated straight for the building. The witness told police the car struck the front door, backed up, and then plowed into the store. Suspect drove inside the store, then fled on Newport Avenue. The officer said it reminded him of that scene in Blues Brothers where they're driving through the mall.
I used to see people in North Carolina that when there'd be a little bit of snow, they'd go into the shopping center parking lots and just put on, slam on the brakes just because they wanted to spin around if there weren't any cars around.
Oh, who didn't do that? I would go to the industrial park after hours after it had been snowing. And
really?
Oh yeah, I'd take my my Mercury Grand Marquis, rear wheel drive. Oh, it was beautiful.
I guess you didn't know the meaning of the word deductible back then.
I didn't. I bought the car for like $400. I didn't care. All right, this is not a funny story. It's not a funny story, but it is something that happened this week that was so bizarre we could not leave it out. Jeffrey Spade. This is a 3 dead and murder-suicide over snow removal dispute, prosecutors say. And the video accompanying this story is bonkers if you saw the whole video unedited. Jeffrey Spade fatally shot his neighbors James Goy and his wife Lisa Goy before killing himself Monday morning when officers were called to West Berg Street in Plains Township, about 15 miles southwest of Scranton. Shortly before 9 a.m. on Monday, officers responded to a report of shots fired when they found the bodies of the Goys on the street. Law enforcement officials said they later heard a gunfire from Spade's house. Authorities later determined this to be the self-inflicted gunshot wound. Surveillance video shows that the Goys shoveled snow from their parking spots, pushed it across the street, and threw it onto Spade's property. After Spade asked the couple to stop throwing snow onto his property, the neighbors got into an argument where they appeared to have exchanged obscene gestures and expletives. And we do have audio. I bleeped out everything I think that needed to be bleeped out.
I hope so.
This is the exchange. This is cut 43.
You, I'll make your life live in hell living here, What? You heard me. You would probably...
You're a scumbag!
Oh, no,
You
he's
don't bother with nobody!
He's got a behind. He's a fucking dog! You're a you!
So, yeah, you couldn't gather much out of that, except everybody was angry and now everybody's dead. After that, immediately, Spade went into his garage, into his home, and came outside with a pistol. The Goys stood their ground, amazingly, and said, "Go ahead. What are you going to do? All right, go ahead." And he shot at them, missed the first maybe 5 or 6 times, then hit the man, then hit the woman. They both fell to the ground. He walked up to the woman and shot her point blank in the face, and then unloaded the rest of the clip into the man across the street, went back inside Howie, grabbed an AR-15 style rifle, and finished them off before going back inside.
I know, you're right. It's
himself.
A horrific story, but it makes Boston tradition of just merely slashing one's tires, seem
that's
civilized.
Yeah. Wow. Did you see the complete
Yes, I did.
video?
Yes, I did.
It was horrific. I couldn't, folks, be nice to each other. If Police Blotter Facts Friday teaches you anything, let it teach you that.
All right. We will be right back with the winners and maybe a couple of more runners up. Everyone knows that Valentine's is all about the wow factor. So give her a reason to brag on the next Zoom call and win Valentine's with an enviable bouquet of red roses from 1-800-Flowers.com. I've got some right here. They've been around for a while, but they're still in good shape because the 1-800-Flowers roses are picked at the peak of their blooming, and they last for a long, long time. Right now, you can get at 1-800-Flowers will give you an amazing offer for my listeners. You could get 18 red roses for $39.99, or upgrade to 24 red roses for just $10 more. That's right, 18 red roses for $39.99, or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. It's really great. This came last week. The mailroom manager loved it. I told her that I had bought it for her. She didn't believe me, but she still loves it. These flowers have been beautiful. We've had them here all week. The smell is great, and your significant other will really appreciate the fact that she can brag on these, and she'll appreciate the fact that you gave her the opportunity to brag on them. An early delivery of red roses from 1-800-Flowers lets her show off to her friends just how much you love her. All roses from 1-800-Flowers are picked at their peak, cared for every step of the way, and shipped fresh to ensure lasting beauty. Think ahead this year and get 18 red roses for $39.99, or upgrade to 24 red roses for $10 more. The price is going to go up every day, everywhere, all next week as the Valentine's Day approaches. So order now. Bouquets are limited, so lock in your order today. Get right to the romance this Valentine's and find the way to wow with 1-800-Flowers.com. To order 18 red roses for $39.99, or upgrade to 24 red roses for only $10 more, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter code Howie. That's 1-800-Flowers.com, code Howie. Hurry. Offer expires today. I'm Howie Carr. It's time for the winners in Police Blotter Facts Friday, maybe even a couple more of the runners-up. Right, Taylor?
Yes, let's do one more runner-up here, and this is a good one. Florida pizza man swiped puppy during delivery.
Oh, I love
Arlenson-
this one. This was a good one.
Arlenson.
I think I know who sent this one in, or among the people who sent it in.
Arlenson Chilito, 22 years old, was busted on suspicion of grand theft for allegedly taking a 10-month-old teacup poodle named Lexi from a Jacksonville Beach home Saturday.
Lexi. Roll over, Lexi.
The owner said his wife had ordered pizza through the delivery app Grubhub from the restaurant Gusto on Saturday night. When the delivery driver dropped off the food, the poodle somehow got out of their condo, as poodles are wont to do. Chilito allegedly grabbed the pooch and placed her in his delivery bag. He was seen on surveillance footage in the condo's elevator with the pet. Police said they tracked down Chilito with a poodle at a Jacksonville Beach home. Pooch has been reunited with her owners. Grubhub said in a statement that Chilito was actually not a driver for the company and had been using another contracted driver's account.
That's what they always say when,
All right.
when a toy poodle is stolen.
And they called it Puppy Love.
On to our winners. This is a good one. Woman gives armed robber a favor to distract him until police arrived.
A favor.
Oh, my.
Yeah, a favor. This happened over in Slovakia. A petrol station robber was arrested after a mystery woman reportedly performed fellatio to distract him until police arrived. The would-be thief had allegedly burst into the station.
What was Bill Clinton doing in Slovakia?
Bratislava before demanding cash from a terrified sales assistant. He was then said to have punched a male member of the staff and helped himself to the till. The employee then fled to the office where a coworker was before escaping out a back door and calling the police. The 24-year-old suspect was said to have followed him in and demanded more cash from the safe when the 36-year-old Czech woman, now named Employee of the Year, appeared and decided to stop him with what was described as an unusual method. By the time police arrived,
It was the happy ending gas station.
they found the pair lying half naked on the ground.
All right.
Put all the chicken in the bag. Restaurant customer turned away for not wearing mask, returns with gun.
Oh, I saw this. This was in Pasadena, right?
A maskless gunman held up a restaurant.
Was
in
it the little old
Pasadena.
lady from Pasadena?
It
Go,
was
Granny,
not.
go, Granny, go, Granny, go.
But rather than emptying the cash register, the suspect demanded chicken that he had been refused because he wasn't wearing a face mask.
I think he demanded waffles too, as well, right?
I'm not sure about that. It was the house. It was Roscoe's house of chicken and waffles. The chicken heist occurred after a man was told to leave because he refused to wear a mask.
Is that what you call fusion cooking? Waffles and chicken?
No, that's a traditional Southern
It is?
dish. Yes. You've never heard of chicken and waffles?
No, I never have. I'm not a big waffles guy. I like pancakes.
They don't do chicken and pancakes. It's chicken and waffles.
Well, if they want to get me into the store, they're going to have to do chicken and pancakes, even if it's just a special off-menu order.
Even Roscoe's House of Chicken. Roscoe sounds like a Howie Carr kind of place.
Roscoe, that's what I'm going to name my new pug when I finally get my new pug.
Oh, you're confirming you are getting a new pug.
I want to get a new pug, and I want to get two new pugs. I want one of them to be named Roscoe and the other one to be named Elroy,
All right.
after George Jetson's son.
Oh, very good. The enraged customer reportedly stormed out before later returning with a gun. The hungry gunman then grabbed
So he brought
orders.
Taylor. He brought a Roscoe into Roscoe's.
Exactly. Very good. He took several takeout orders that were already prepped and left. That's Police Blotter Facts Friday. Thanks, Piano Dosi Baking Company.
All right, we'll be right back, and we'll discuss Breaking Your Will, Charlie Parker's newest